AFCON, there is a renewed belief that Nigeria is on the right path towards lifting a fourth AFCON title. The 2-0 victory underlines the yearnings of football experts who opine that the group of players currently in Super Eagles camp is suitable for tactical tweaks for efficient match performance. As the build-up to the quarter-final match between Nigeria and Angola intensifies, UEFA B licensed coach and match analyst Ayore Sylvester joins us via Zoom. And of course, Coach Ayore Sylvester, if you can hear me loud and clear, what a relief from a tactical point of view that Nigeria outclassed Cameroon.
Yeah, what a relief. It was a relief to everybody. It was much anticipated match. The tension was high, but I could actually see what the Super Eagles did. You know, the tactical progression from Côte d'Ivoire to Cameroon. You know, the Super Eagles play in the 3-4-3 formation during the setup, while dropping back to a 5-3-2 formation in off possession. I also go deeper to a 5-4-1 formation, which makes the Cameroon to lack ideas. And you could see clearly what the head coach of Super Eagles is trying to do, because we know the strength of Super Eagles is out of possession, not in possession. And you could see allow the opponent to have the ball. Cameroon was just moving the ball in front of Super Eagles back 10, moving the ball around, forcing them to go to the wide area. Because we know the strength of Osimhen, who is a monster, an attacking monster. And you could see a tactical twist from the against Côte d'Ivoire, but Lookman playing closely to Osimhen. And you could see we have two successes, scoring goals from high press to Lookman and a goal. And this is the area I keep saying. It is very difficult to play against a low block team, and I can see the Super Eagles is on their way to AFCON final, because even the best of the best in the world find it difficult to break a low block. And you can see in four games, the Super Eagles have only considered just a goal. And against Cameroon, it was 0 shot on target. That tells you that the formation is working pretty well. Kudos to the head coach.
All right, Coach, quite beautiful. You know, you've given us the analysis. And of course, Friday, we have the challenge against the Panangras Negras of Angola. For you, what should be, the approach? Should we keep to that or any tweak?
Like I said, there's a popular saying in football, in our coaching sector, you don't change the winning tactics. You don't change the winning tactics because you keep getting better on the task. If you notice, right from Côte d'Ivoire, we stick to the same tactics and we keep getting better. Against Côte d'Ivoire, we were good defensively, but we're not good in advanced zone, which is the attacking third. But you could see a huge improvement against Cameroon. We're getting better in the attacking third. So I still believe against Angola, Super Eagles should stick to the same tactics, same players profile, same lineup, 3-4-3. Then allow the Angolas to play in front of you, but deny them the central zone.
All right, Coach.
Which is key.
Thank you, Coach. Well said. Many thanks for joining us on the news this evening. And of course, we'll always talk to you because we do like your tactical analysis. Thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
All right, moving on. With Nigeria's 2-0 win over Cameroon in the last 16 of the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations still very fresh in everyone's mind, head coach of Nigeria's Super Eagles, Jose Peseiro, says players and fans have got every reason to celebrate, but they must not be carried away as a bigger challenge lies ahead. The Portuguese says the Super Eagles have turned their attention to Friday's game against Angola, a sentiment Ademola Lookman shares.
A good team, finish in the first position, is in the next step. I think in this moment, all the teams can win this tournament. I want to win, but the level is not big different the level. For me, maximum responsibility. If you want to beat if you want to beat Angola, must do our best, like today, like today, like today.
I think as a team, from the start, in terms of training, in terms of the mindset, I think we've all been together, we've all been behind each other as individuals and as a team, and I think everyone can see that. So we continue in this way, and we continue preparing for the next game. I think we're into the quarterfinals, and we've worked so hard to be here. And, you know, like I said before, we're behind each other, and we don't take anything for granted.
Now, Sele National of Guinea left it late in their round of 16 clash with Equatorial Guinea to reach the quarterfinal. The West African country came into the match as one of the best third-place teams in the group, but that did not reflect against the Group A winners, who were awarded a penalty in the 62nd minute when Iban Salvador was fouled by Sekou Sela. Tournament leading scorer Emilio Nsue missed from the spot, with his effort hitting the right post. The Portuguese-speaking nation was made to pay dearly for their missed opportunity in front of goal when Mohamed Bayo headed home in the 8th minute of stoppage time for a 1-0 victory.
Diakite on the overlap. Can he get the cross in? It's a good ball in! Oh, they've got the winner! It's Mohamed Bayo on the stroke of full time. What a dramatic finish. A dream for Guinea, heartbreak for Equatorial Guinea, the giant killers.
Now let's update you when it comes to Monday's matches, as defending champions Teranga Lions of Senegal are back in action on Monday in the round of 16 in Yamoussoukro, where they take on host country Côte d'Ivoire. Senegal head into their counter on the back of 3 straight wins in the group stage, where they beat Guinea, Cameroon and Gambia. The all-Francophone encounter pits Senegal coach Aliou Cissé against Emas Faye, who has replaced Jean-Louis Gasset as Ivorian manager after the latter was sacked on Tuesday, following a below-par performance in the group stage. Côte d'Ivoire qualified as one of the best third-place teams after winning once against Guinea-Bissau and back-to-back losses against Nigeria and Equatorial Guinea. In the early evening kickoff at Stade Felix Houphouët-Boigny, surprise Group B winners, the Blue Sharks of Cape Verde, play Mauritania. Both teams have caused major upsets in this edition of the tournament, heading into the round of 16. And of course, just a quick reminder that the late evening kickoff between the Pharaohs of Egypt and Leopards of DR Congo is very much live on NTA network platform. Many thanks for joining us on the AFCON update. It's back to Claire.
Buddy, thank you. Buddy, let me just, before you go, let me just confess, I didn't have the courage to watch the Super Eagles and, of course, the Cameroonian match. I relied on social media. I mean, you understand me. But Friday is a date. Do you think there's competition between a hopping antelope and a soaring eagle?
I think when it comes to that painful memory of 2005, where they stopped Nigeria from qualifying for the 2006 World Cup, and of course, I do believe the Super Eagles will be out for not just bragging rights, but revenge.
Buddy, thank you. I would also like to know what Jennifer, or how Jennifer will respond when she gets back on the screen. But for now, let's check the weather details from our weather center.
Welcome to the weather forecast. Visibilities within the range of 1,000 to 5,000 meters were reported across the country, and we don't expect much change in weather condition in the next 24 hours, as moderate dust haze is still expected to prevail across the entire country. However, few places within the south are expected to have visibilities below 1,000 meters, while some places over the north are expected to have improvement, especially the northeastern region. Next is the air quality index and weather forecast across some selected cities. I'm Sefia Senginusa. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, Safia. Jennifer, you must tell me your prediction for Friday. What do you think between a hopping antelope and a soaring eagle? Of course, Jennifer will respond after the commercials.
Welcome back. Time for Newsline proper. Now, earlier on, my colleague talked about me not mentioning the victory of the Super Eagles. That's because I'm in the class of Nigerians who do not overjubilate. We just keep our fingers crossed and pray and wait for the final whistle of victory. And my prediction for Friday, just a win. I won't call numbers. Maybe there's a myth to it. You'll find out later. Now, talking about myth, our first story today has a myth behind it. And beyond the myth, have you ever imagined that in a conservative society like Kanu, especially in the hinterlands, women can compete with their male counterparts in an economic space? Answer to this question is in the affirmative, with the emergence of the Laraba Mata market, set up to promote business activities for women. Fatima Sanusi Karaye, who visited the market, unraveled the myth and what makes it popular business.
This is usual ambience of Kano, the second most populous state and the largest business hub in West Africa. However, a few kilometers away from the city, beehive of activities, some rural women provided an alternative business platform christened Laraba Mata in Mariri suburb. Wonders in this market are quite striking. Though a local market with patronage from local communities, transactions are quite interesting.
I buy wholesale here because it is cheaper. I can buy many things at the same time. I came to buy rice and beans, and you know this market is mainly for women and it's easier for me, so I can just come to the market and buy whatever I want.
Traders in this market are mostly men, but buyers are women from nearby villages. Musa Migunjo is a popular trader in this market. His way of attracting customers is magnetic.
We do not trade with the men. We deal with women only. And my song, this kind of song that I do, attract them to come and buy, even if they don't want to buy.
The weekly market remains a convergence point for rural women to transact business and friendship.
What is amazing about this market is that sometimes you get to see things that you have never seen before, and you will end up buying them because you will like them.
It's very, very fun coming to the market. Do you think it's cheap? No, of course it's cheap, and you can easily negotiate, so it's cheap.
The reason why this market is different from other markets in Kano is because of its unique characteristics. Whatever one is looking for, when you come to this market, you will find it. We deal in everything.
The 55-year-old market, Laraba Mata, has carved a niche in business environment in Kano. Though commercial activities in this market are in a small scale, the economic impact in Mariri and neighboring communities is enormous. This is Kano, the commercial capital of northern Nigeria.
Like the saying goes, Kano Timbingiwa, and truly this market represents that. As we are closing to go home around 5 p.m., some people are coming into the market and they will not close until around 10 p.m.
Interesting market and women making impact. Now from Kano, we'll go to River State. Akwa is a community of 9 villages lying along the Imo River. The area is blessed with abundant natural resources and very fertile land. The reason why it can possibly pass for one of the food baskets in the nation and the state. However, there are challenges that can hinder Akwa's potential. NTA News crew led by Kingsley Amajiri visited the community.
A drive through the long stretch but lonely route into Aqua community gives one a sense of an isolated community but endowed with fertile land rich for agricultural production. The environment exudes a sense of friendliness with the people at home with nature.
We use God gives to play.
Nature.
But in time there, for that they use man-made product they play.
Predominantly, Aqua people are into farming, with some engaged in other economic activities.
I'm going to farm. We are lacking of road and other amenities. For many years now, we have no road. Other villages has a road. So I'm appealing to government to come and help us.
It is an agrarian community where the people's major occupation is farming, and some who are engaged in commercial activities.
The food we produce, all those crops we harvest, there is no road to send them away from the community. This road coming from the other side is coming from Igbo, Odogwa, Obibi, Omola, Ebeketi, Imo State. Why this one go from here to Olakwo and go back to Port Harcourt? No one is good, no one is accessible.
We dey suffer for road though, we dey enter inside water safe. We dey suffer well, we no get road to pass. Go Olakwo.
Power supply, almost, my brother, almost 1 year now, we have never seen anything like that.
Without motorable roads, power supply, and functional education, the inhabitants of these 9 villages appear to have been cut off from the development going on in parts of the state. Aqua community, hospitable as the people are, is among Nigeria's abundant gold mine untapped in the areas of agriculture, solid minerals, tourism, among others.
Linking them to this other part of Omoma could also create another access from Iche to Omoma local government area. You will imagine what the rippling effect of this will be to the economy of Rivers State and to those who are in this part of the country.
I'll simply say a call for action. Time for some messages. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back. Now, Affable Homes Limited, a real estate company and owners of beautiful garden estates located in different cities across the country, has continued to demystify the gaps between land ownership and landowners. In its 10 years of existence, the company has enabled many Nigerians to become owners of land with ease. Amaka Owo was at a program organized by the organization, a one-day conference in Lagos, that also rewarded outstanding realtors with cars and several other incentives.
Land is considered the cornerstone of security against misfortune. It is the most important tangible asset in the factors of production that appreciates in value. This is why Affable Homes Limited continues to sensitize Nigerians on the importance of investing in real estate through the annual conference with theme Becoming Wealthy Through Real Estate.
People that have bought to us, we allocate them their land immediately. Your documentation is ready. We do those things properly.
We have land banking products. We have a real estate trading. You can trade real estate with Affable Homes. I do encourage people and advise people to embrace this plan. We call it educational investment plan. It's actually a plan for kids. Indeed, it was an eye-opener for participants at the conference, with speakers providing insights on market intelligence, risks, and unveiling of 10 secrets to wealth, courtesy of Affable Homes Limited.
I ensure that every property that is being sold is thoroughly searched on in Lagos, outside of Lagos, and we carry out due diligence.
I've known Affable Homes for some time, and I see them to be an organization that is, very committed to ensuring that real estate is made more accessible, to the lower end of the strata.
For Affable Homes Limited, it is Dream It, own it.
Now, why I got involved with affordable homes is because of their integrity. You can take that to the bank anytime, any day. When it comes to integrity, they are top-notch. One of the things that sets them apart, if you look at, any of the lands that they have, where they site the lands and all that, they ensure that these lands are, issues-free.
Affordable Homes' most intriguing incentives to outstanding realtors was the distribution of cars, plots of land, and one-week trip to Rwanda.
I was just walking. I never knew I would be immersed as the sales queen.
I am speechless. I feel like I'm dreaming, like somebody should wake me up because I didn't see it coming.
The company says they are poised to providing several Nigerians opportunities to be owners of land through legitimate processes. They also provide other investment opportunities as they urge interested individuals to visit their website www.afablehomes.com.ng and offices nationwide.
And from land ownership to technology. About 100 Nigerian scholars have benefited from the Empowering the Teachers Fellowship, which involves the United States and the Netherlands. The program, sponsored by Total Energies in collaboration with the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, is aimed at preparing Nigeria for sustainable technological development through knowledge exchange. A symposium to highlight this was organized in Lagos. It also featured awards to strengthen and promote technological initiatives. Adiola Komiakere will fill us in.
That was part of the excitement at the event, which marked 15 years of the Knowledge Exchange, otherwise known as Empowering the Teachers ETT Fellowship Program, which allows Nigerian lecturers to be attached to Massachusetts Institute of Technology for months for knowledge acquisition. With the sole aim of expanding the technological base of Nigerian universities and increasing the value addition through innovation, ETT provides opportunity for Nigerian scholars in tertiary institutions to improve their capabilities and mold students into industry-ready graduates for the demands of contemporary job markets with quality problem-solving capabilities. The management of Total Energies in Nigeria says the organization is excited to see the impact of the initiative that has produced more than 700 master's degree graduates from the Institute of Petroleum and Energy Studies.
We are excited for the promise the near future holds for science and engineering education in Nigeria, especially because we expect more lecturers to benefit from this knowledge exchange program and capacity building program in Nigeria.
Products of these universities are improving, and that for me is a key element. Now, to sustain it, on behalf of Total Energies, I think what we will be doing is to sustaining this program, so on a yearly basis to continue to sponsor lecturers.
Representative of the Chief Upstream Investment Officer NNPC Limited, Bala Wunti, expressed satisfaction with the level of progress of the program, which has increased the relevance of Nigerians in the oil and gas industry.
Our collaboration with MIT reflects our shared belief in the transformative power of knowledge and the importance of empowering teachers with the tools necessary to foster critical thinking, innovation, the curriculum, and global perspective.
Vice Chancellor of the University of Lagos, Professor Folashade Ogunshola, emphasized the need to sustain national development through quality engineering education.
We complain about not having labs, but we're surrounded by problems that we could easily go out and solve without having to have sophisticated laboratories. But because in our minds, we're there to teach students this rigid curriculum, that's all we're doing. We're not really talking about any outcomes.
And it was time to recognize those who have made impact in the industry.
So we develop biomaterials for the treatment of bone fractures. We also develop polymeric materials for use in oil and gas industries.
These Gen Zs,
They have mobile phones that can cost more than a laptop. So when I started this course and I told them, you really don't bother your parents again. Everybody here has been doing selfie. That phone is smart. Download a software and let's use it to program.
Total Energies has over the years committed huge resources to various scholarship schemes with more than 30,000 beneficiaries.
Great initiative. And for more on what brands are doing, we'll take a break.
Enjoy now. Great taste, great fun. Capri Sun, the taste of fun.
We don't like to eat better, more nutritious meals, more veggies, but we want it tasty and easy too. Knorr Cubes, that's the secret. Made with real ingredients like chicken, parsley, and garlic. And enriched with iron, so your meals are better for you and more delicious too. That's the cocoa. Let's give it some accolades. Change your... TerraQ, unwrap joy, unleash taste.
Stop! No need to step out. Presenting the Good Night Power Shots. Spray 2 shots in each corner of the room. It kills mosquitoes inside without driving family outside. Good Night Power Shots. Spray inside, stay inside.
If you want to become something, become a child again. Why be a patient? If you must worry, then worry about winning. Why worry about germs? When you come home, bring tales and stories. Why bring in germs?
Shield your families from germs. When Dettol is a part of every household bucket, then you and your family can stay protected from up to 100 illness-causing germs.
Everyday use of Dettol keeps my loved ones protected.
Welcome back. Our next story is not our usual Newsline story, but an important one. Now, the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, says the federal government is taking measures to confront the challenges arising from inflation and threats to security in parts of the country. The minister, in a statement, says government fully acknowledges the duty and responsibility of care it owes to every Nigerian across the lines of age, gender, religion, ethnicity, and social class.
In the area of security, all threats are being confronted, taking the fight to the criminals' dens, with promising results. Within the last week, several bandits, kidnappers, and militants have been neutralized or arrested. The resurgent crisis in Plateau State, he says, is highly regrettable and assures that all perpetrators of violence there and everywhere else in the country are being brought to book, saying justice will be done and peace restored in all affected communities. He acknowledged the gallantry of security and intelligence agencies who ensure the citizens are safe in their homes and on the highways. On the economy, Mohammed Idris says all relevant ministries and agencies of the federal government are working in coordinated fashion to bring down inflation, stabilize foreign exchange rates, and create a truly enabling environment for business and investment. Impactful interventions, he says, are being rolled out, including a student loan scheme, a presidential initiative to deploy lower costs mass transit buses, and various low-interest loan schemes for businesses. The CNG interventions, he points out, will bring down the cost of transportation by more than 50%, urging Nigerians to take advantage of these opportunities as they emerge, as they have been designed for the benefit of all. Even as government tackles the challenges with urgency and dedication, it is also necessary to remind all Nigerians of the need to resist all forces and narratives of misinformation and division. He cites the alleged relocation to Lagos of the headquarters of the Federal Airports Authority Nigeria (FAN) and of certain departments of the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) as political moves aimed at marginalizing a section of the country. These, he says, are not true. Instead, he explains they are pragmatic administrative steps to improve operational efficiency and reduce operating costs. The Minister of Information and National Orientation urges Nigerians to be mindful of all persons and groups at home and abroad who specialize in making false and inciting claims on radio, TV, and social media, as well as in peddling altered videos and images for viral dissemination. Nigeria, he says, belongs to all Nigerians, and the work of building the country of the citizens' dreams is one that must be done by everyone, regardless of religious faith or ethnic group or geopolitical zone. It is for this reason that the ministry produced the Nigerian National Values Charter, NVC, a documentation of the social contract between government and the citizens, as one of the ways to restore a national sense of hope, trust, and solidarity. The fight against corruption, he says, will continue and will intensify with no sacred cows, and that public funds are applied wholly for the public good. President Tinubu, Mohammed Idris says, is providing the anti-corruption agencies with the support required to fulfill their mandate. The country, he says, continues to enjoy genuine enthusiasm for investment from local and foreign investors, as evident in the stock market, already putting Nigeria on the global map for the impressive returns being delivered in opening weeks of 2024. The minister acknowledges the exploits of Super Eagles at the ongoing African Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire as another case in point, and a reminder that the things that bind Nigerians together as one are much deeper than the things that separate and divide them. He concluded that instead of division and hatred, Nigerians can live and thrive in unity and hope, assuring that despite the temporary challenges and setbacks from time to time, a glorious dawn is just around the corner. Momsa Damien Ati, NTA News.
Now we'll take more commercials. We have them beeping. We'll be right back. Thanks for being there. Now, do you remember the Newsline story we brought to you 2 years ago of 12-year-old Sylvester Oromoni Jr.? He was a student of Dowen College, Lagos, and was alleged to have suffered bullying from his peers in school, which later led to his death on the 30th of November 2021. His family has buried his remains in Abuja, the headquarters of Warri Southwest local government area of Delta State. His father, Sylvester Oromoni, promised to get justice for his son, insisting that he was murdered. Tessie Coker has the rest of the story.
It is exactly 2 years, 1 month, 27 days since Sylvester Oromoni Jr. died after falling ill at his school, Dowen College, in Lagos. And for this period, the parents and the school have been on a legal battle over the actual cause of death. But his father, after getting results of the coroner inquest, decided to bury his son. The body arrived at Warri Jetty en route Abuja for a brief burial. Here at the Oromoni family house, where family members, government officials, human rights activists, student unions, and close friends gathered to sympathize with the bereaved family.
As NAS, we are equally demanding for justice. Although he died so early, but it is clear that he will be sitting right on the bosom of the Lord.
It was a moment of grief. A brief biography of late Sylvester Oromoni Jr. revealed his humanitarian nature, just as the officiating priest eulogized his life and times.
A young man that God Almighty has so endowed. However, he was short-lived on earth here, but his achievements are great.
Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, applauded the determination of the parents over the case.
Also a lesson for our parents not to regard unfortunate death of children as God made.
The body was later lowered amidst tears, but for the father, his pledge to his son to get justice continues. On April 12, the magistrate court will be ruling on a coroner inquest results into the death of the 12-year-old junior secondary school student of Dewan College, Lagos.
May his dear soul rest in peace, but we can never forget that story, and we are on it. Now, on Friday, 26th January 2024, family, friends, colleagues, religious community leaders, and people from all walks of life gathered at the Holy Family Catholic Church, Umunakara. The event was the funeral service in honor of late Norma Helen Nkwocha. Chibike Chukwu has the story.
The Bible in Proverbs 31 describes the virtuous woman as one who leads her home with integrity, discipline, and more. No wonder friends and family members gathered at Holy Family Catholic Church, Umunakara Meriam, to thank God for a fulfilled life and to honor one of their own, late Mrs. Helen Nkwocha. Though she is no more, but her footprints at the Nigerian Institute of Strategic Studies, the Catholic Church, and Umunakara Meriam village will remain indelible till the end of time. The officiating priest, Reverend Father Chika Opara, in a homily, urged the living to replicate Christ in their life endeavor in order to make heaven. Father Opara advised the bereaved family to see Christ as their support base, even as they mourn their late mother. With the church service over, body of Norma Helen Nkwocha was buried in her husband's compound. After dusk-to-dusk ritual, her children, relations, and friends described late Norma Helen Nkwocha as a kind, caring, and peace-loving woman whose life impacted positively on people around her.
She inspired me a lot. I'm going to miss her so much. It's not been easy without her. It's no longer the same, I must confess. That gap is there now. You could observe it, you could feel it, you could see it.
I'll miss the fact that she will always stand there for me. I'll miss an advisor. I'll miss a friend.
Mommy is everything in one. Mommy is life itself.
Getting dead, quite all right. But in the real sense of it, we are also celebrating life. Because if you leave a good legacy, then you have left something to be celebrated. And that is why, even in death, we are happy to God Almighty.
Aged 69, late Norma Helen Nkwocha is survived by 5 children and a host of other relations, among whom is the Senior Special Assistant to the President, the Office of the Vice President, Kashim Shetima, on Media and Communications, Mr. Stanley Nkwocha.
May her dear soul rest in peace. Amen. This is where we'll end Newsline today. Thank you for watching. Join us again Sunday next week and keep praying for the Super Eagles. Good night and God bless Nigeria.